I'm Danny from Danny's Car Auto Show. Today I'll be showing you one of Ford's subcompact SUV, the Ford Bronco Sport. To start this review, I want to say I haven't reviewed a car in almost a year. I'm going to be doing this one-handed and without a microphone, so I may be a little rusty in the beginning. With that behind us, let's get started. Right here behind me is the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport in the Big Bend trim. Since this is the Big Bend trim, that is the lowest trim for this Ford Bronco Sport, but you do get a lot of nice standard features coming with this trim. The color is Oxford white, which pairs really well with this Bronco Sport because it has a more aggressive front end for a subcompact SUV. Under the hood, you will get a 1.5 liter EcoBoost 3-cylinder producing 181 horsepower, 190 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, standard all-wheel drive, and 25 miles per gallon city and 30 miles per gallon highway. You will get LED daytime running lights, which look really good flowing into the Bronco logo. And you also get LED headlights and LED fog lights. Instead of the original Ford logo going across the Bronco, you will get Bronco spelled out going across with this nice rippled grill grate. Down here, this is just plastic. It can pop off because they do sell like little bars you could put to make this front end even more aggressive. You will also get rear sensors, no front sensors, just rear backup sensors. Now moving on to the side profile, you will get 17-inch carbonized gray painted high gloss aluminum wheels. There is a little hidden Bronco right there on your windshield. You will get plastic mirror caps. They are not power folding, they're manual folding. You will get a Big Bend logo there. And then these doorknobs are auto sense, so when you walk up with your key fob and pull the door handle, it will unlock for you. Stepping inside, this is a 6-way manual seat. So you have up and down right there. The back of the seat goes there, and then there's a lever under the seat to move it forward and back. Those are all your window controls with your mirror controls and also your door handle and your power door locks. Okay, I pinned the camera between the headrests because I can't hold it and point at the same time. So the camera may be a little crooked, but just try to ignore that. So I'm going to power on the car. So when you power it on, you get a nice little Bronco graphic going across your screen. Got the radio on. So this is a 13.2-inch digital infotainment display. Now all your climate controls will be built into this display. You simply just press a button down and below and it pulls up your climate controls. So this shows where you want the air to flow. You got your feet, you got towards you, and then you got your windshield. I'm gonna turn them off. And then this controls your fan speed over here. This controls the temperature over here. You just slide it. Or if you want, you could tap it with the arrows. Then you got your AC. You got it to recirculate. And you also have the rest of your controls like the auto, your defroster. Then if you go back, this is what your main screen is going to look like when it's just sitting. You have your radio controls here. Then you could also pair your phone to there. It has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's your fuel economy. Right now we're getting 24.4 mpg, which is average. And then you also have your trip. So this has Sirius XM, FM, and AM. You could scroll through it like that. And then when you go home, this is the home screen. You have your phone, your features, your setting, your apps. So if you go into features, you have your driver assistant, you have your towing. So you could press it, driver assistant. You could adjust your lane keep alert, the sensitivity. You could do all the stuff like that. Then if you go back again, you have adaptive cruise control. You could adjust it there if you wanted. Then your settings, you have your phone, your Sirius, you have your display, where you could change the display, the brightness. Then you also have what's called valet mode. So you could put it into valet mode. The valet cannot use the radio, open the glove box, it kind of just makes it so they just can drive the car, which is nice, so they can't be going through all your screens and personal stuff. Then if you go back over, you have all your apps, which are just this. When you're in park, you actually have something called karaoke. You could karaoke inside the Ford Bronco Sport, which is really cool. You also have YouTube, which is cool too. Then your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will be found in here. Then up here you have your temperature, and then you also could have your GPS built in to the screen instead of having to look at your phone. So when your phone is paired,
search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
You will have your GPS up on your screen. So that's kind of it with the infotainment display. It's kind of basic. They make it really simple for you. One thing I would prefer if the climate control was built out of the screen, I don't really prefer it when it's built into the screen, because you kind of have to be like looking up and take your eyes off the road. I like just physical button controls. And to turn your volume up on the radio, you actually have a knob down here to turn the volume up. So going back home, press onto the radio. You also could save your favorites down here. So you can save all your favorite channels. And then again, you just have your phone here. You could press it, you could expand it. So if you're on a phone call. And over here, you always have like a little pop-up just so you have something else to look at. So that is your 13.2-inch infotainment display on the 2025 Ford Bronco. Okay, I'm going to power the car on again to show you the animation it does on this screen. So it shows you a little Bronco, and then take my doors open, seatbelt. So this is the 12.3-inch information display. So it has, this is what it looks like. This is in normal mode. So I am holding the phone with one hand, so I'm not going to be able to really point, but I could zoom the phone in. So down here, it will show your temperature right there, also with the mouse on the car, and your speedometer. There's your gas, and then over here would be your RPMs. It also shows what gear you are in, what direction you're facing, and what channel you have on. So down here, let me pull this phone out. There's a button that says G.O.A.T modes. So if you twist it, I'm going to try to twist it with the other hand. You twist it. This is hard. Okay, I got it. So that's normal mode. I'm like struggling here. I'm like twisting it with my one finger. Normal, slippery, that's for wet, icy, snowy roads. Then you got eco, efficient driving, sport, and off-road. So it gives you little animations, and then it changes how the instrument display looks. So that's with the off-road. Got all the rocks. Then this is with the sport. You got like a racetrack. And then it has the red, it has the S in the corner. I really like how sport laid out. Then you go over. You have eco, it's green. You got a little leaf in the corner. That's what the eco looks like. Then slippery. You got like snow and rocks. That's what that looks like. And then you have normal, it's just blue. And that's what that looks like. So down here, this will control your whole display too. You have all your buttons here. So that is for your cruise control if you decide to use that. That is for your lane keep assist, and that's to adjust your gap. So then if you're using this, you could scroll with this. You just up and down, and you could change the configuration. So my view, economy, this is just everything you would need to look at. Driver's assistance. Then you can go menu, and you could go through Bronco information, and it just shows you everything. You got the seatbelt, so you can press it. Let me go. It could show who has their seatbelt on in the car. You can see I don't have mine on because I can't really put mine on right now. But my favorite is just my view. That's all you kind of need. You can go, so then when you're in my view, I'm like struggling to press these buttons. When you're in my view, you kind of have everything already up. So everything you would need to see is up. So that's kind of it. Ford makes everything really basic with these screens, which I like. They make it really easy to use because sometimes basic is just better. So that is your 12.3-inch information display on the Ford Bronco Sport. Okay, so now I'm going to try to show you the general interior. So over here in the corner, you have your headlight controls And you're also able to open the trunk with that button over there in the corner. Right there you have your turn signals with your high beams and also your windshield wiper controls. Then like I showed you with the steering wheel, all these buttons control that information display. And then over here, this is your G.O.A.T modes. You twist that and that will change the layout and also put you in different modes. Then below, you have your parking brake and also auto hold. So when you take your foot off the brake, it will hold the brake on for you so you're not drifting backwards or forwards. Then down there you have a wireless charger, a USB-C, a USB-A, and a 12-volt AC outlet. That is your gear shifter. Then these are all the controls. You have your engine start stop. That's to turn up the volume of the radio. You have auto stop on and off. Then that button with the camera on it, that will turn on your backup camera. And you have your hazard lights. And then this button next to the camera, that will just change the display of your 13-inch infotainment display. So then that's your display like I showed you. You got 2 cup holders there. I'm gonna open this glove box. This is what your glove box looks like. You have a 12-volt AC outlet down there too. Then I'm gonna put the car into reverse to show you the backup camera. It's hard with one hand. So this is what the backup camera looks like. You can also change the views for a little closer up view. And you can also turn on and off the parking sensors. Then when you're backing up, if you get close to something, that will turn like red, green, yellow, just to warn you that you're getting close. And then right now, I have my foot on the brake, but if I take my foot off the brake, it's still doing it. Let me try it in drive. Let me do that. Show you how auto hold works. Okay, so it's in drive, my foot on the brake. Now my foot's off, but I'm not moving. So it holds it for you in drive. It doesn't hold it for you in reverse. I'm gonna put it back into park now. Try to twist. I'm in park. Okay, I'm in park now. So then over here you just have your glove box. It is a pretty good, pretty decent sized glove box. I'm not going to open it because I can't reach my hand all the way over there. And this seat is a 4-way manual adjustable, so you just can tilt the back seat and move it forward and back. There's a lot of plastic in the car. Like all this is all just plastic, but I guess it's not too bad. But I like you have these gray accents around. You also have a Bronco logo on the steering wheel instead of a Ford logo. And you can also see your little Bronco logo there. Up here you have your dome lights. You have your sun visors with, try to open this, lights inside of there. Then you also have a sunglass holder up in there with my sunglasses in it. You got Bronco written there. I'm not sure how good you can see that. In total inside the car you have 6 cup holders, but the cup holders are pretty small, so you can't fit like a big Stanley or a wallet in it. But that's kind of just what the front seat is. You have these black Onyx cloth seats. They are nice. They're pretty comfortable for the base trim. So that's it. I'm going to move on to the back seat now. Okay, I apologize. The front seat was a little rough. It's just hard to hold a camera, point, and read off a piece of paper all with one hand. So now moving on to the back seat. This is a pretty comfortable back seat. It's a little smaller than a Chevy Equinox, which the vehicle is smaller than an Equinox, so I wouldn't expect it to be bigger or the same size. So on this base trim, you will not get any seat mat back pockets. You will get the vents back here. I forgot to mention up front, it is a single zone climate control, not dual zone, not tri-zone, it's single. So the driver, passenger, and backseat passengers all have one climate control. You get 2 USB-A ports back here. You get a cup holder in the door, and you also get a little armrest that pulls down here with 2 cup holders. You get 3 headrests, a middle headrest, which is really nice because not many subcompact SUVs have middle headrests. Then you also get lower latch anchors in both 2 outboard seats, and then you have top tethers in all 3 seats. Now this middle seat, it is decent. You could squeeze someone in if you needed to. There is a big transmission tunnel, so you have to put your feet to the side. I wouldn't have it in as an everyday 3-seater, but if it was like an occasional, you just need it for a quick trip, the middle seat would work. Now back here, you also get more of that plastic trim, but it's not too bad. It's the base trim. You can't expect leather or all the other more nicer materials. You also get this gray, like runs around it. You have power windows back here. One thing I can say I do not like, I was in the Starbucks drive-thru, and I was in the back seat and went to roll the window down. The window does not roll down all the way. It rolls down to like about here, and it leaves the window like halfway up, so you're kind of like dangling out the window. So one thing, if I had to critique the back seat, I don't like how the window doesn't roll down. Any car, I don't really like how the window doesn't roll down all the way. But again, back here you get that Onyx black Onyx cloth seats. It is nice. It has a nice pattern. The middle seat is leather. You also have the leather on the outboard, like where your feet rest. And you have your safety handles with the little clothes hanger. You also get 2 LED lights. And there is leather on the back of the passenger and driver's seat. So that is the back seat in the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend trim. Before I move to the trunk, I just want to show you a little hidden feature. There's a little Bronco on the back forward glass. Okay, now moving on to the rear of the car. On the rear of the car, you will find your Bronco Sport logo, and you also find the first Ford logo on the vehicle that isn't on one of the glasses. So when you come to the rear of a car in the trunk, I think the trunk can ultimately make or break a car. One of my favorite features on this trunk is this rear glass. Like the Lexus GX that I reviewed, you could press a button down here and the rear glass will pop open separately, which is really nice. You could just drop stuff in, grab stuff out without opening the whole trunk. So if you don't have like a lot of room, like say you're in your garage and you can't open the trunk all the way and you need to get something out, you could just pop the rear glass and grab something out. So closing that up, in the back you have your backup camera right there with your parking sensors, and you also have these nice little almost square taillights, which really makes the car look good because the car is already like almost a cube, so it kind of matches. So then opening it up, it is a manual trunk on this trim. Sitting back here, you will have 32.5 cubic feet of cargo room with the seats up, and there's a lot of little hidden features inside the trunk here. Like I said, you have your little hidden Bronco on the glass. You have 3 hooks to hang your bags on. You also have a can opener right here for a glass bottle. You have a button right here. This turns on lights. So say you're unloading your trunk at night, there's little lights right here so you can see in your trunk. You have a 12-volt AC outlet back here. And you also have, toss this over here. You have a subfloor, so you can completely take it out. You can raise or lower the floor. So whenever you have it, it would be flat like this. It is a little drop down, but it's not bad. You do not get a spare tire. You do not get a spare tire. So I'm gonna fold the seats down and show you what it looks like. So there's just a little button on these seats. You just press it, and the seats fold down. I'm gonna walk over to the other side. I'm not gonna crawl across with his arm. Just press the button, and the seat folds down. So as you can see, there's a little lip right here where the trunk meets the back seat. So what you do, you get the subfloor, you lift it, you push, and you slide it into the upper tab. So now it creates almost like a little ramp. So now the trunk is flat with the back seats. So I always do it. I can lay flat in it. My head is hanging over a little bit. But it is big. You have 65.2 cubic feet of cargo room with those rear seats down. I'm gonna fold them back up. To fold them back up, you just grab the seat belt, you tuck it into the little side compartment here, and grasp the headrest, and just push it up. Same with this side, just push it up. So then, like I was saying, you get your 3 top tethers there, then you just lower the floor back down, and you have 3 little compartments there. To shut it, they give you 2 handles, you just choose one, and close it up. So that is the trunk in your 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. Okay, so that is your 2025 Ford Bronco Sport in the color Onyx White Big Bend trim. So like I said, it's a nice little subcompact SUV. There's your 17-inch aluminum wheels. It's really nice if you just wanted a cheap little car. The starting price for this trim is $31,695. So it's not really bad. It's a nice price for this little car. And right here, again, that's your rear opening glass. One of my favorite features about this car. That's really nice. I wish almost every car had that. Then you have your taillights and just the overall look of the car. Like I said, I apologize if the review was a little rusty. I haven't done this in almost a year now. But that is it. That is what the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport looks like. It's an amazing little subcompact car. If you're just looking for something small and cheap with good quality, I recommend getting it. The engine is a little small. It's only a 3-cylinder, but you can upgrade to a 2-liter 4-cylinder. Thanks for watching. Bye.